Alright, so decided to switch things up and be a little weird. I'm that way anyways, if you guys don't know it. But I figure, I always talk to you guys like you're actually here, my friends, having good conversations and such. And I realized most normal human beings don't actually sit on the dash when I'm talking to you. So I figured I'd put you in the passenger seat and we'd have a nice little conversation. Today's video I'm actually kind of really excited about because it hit me, and I felt rather stupid that it took me this long to get this idea. It's like, man, why haven't I thought about this before? So I'm gonna lay it on you. Let me tell you what I'm thinking, and you guys can kind of talk back at me. You guys always do in the comments. I kind of feel like I'm starting to get a pretty good relationship with you guys. Been talking for a little while now. So I'll kind of tell you the hurdles that I've been trying to overcome, a lot of the fears and the issues that I have, and you guys can just blast me, punch me in the face, and say all sorts of nasty, horrible things at me, or give me good ideas, whichever one. I get them both. Here's the deal. When I started this channel, I really wanted to talk about the things that most of the time don't actually get talked about, kind of more the business side of things. I had started the channel not anticipating getting any subscribers whatsoever. I was thinking that eventually, in about 10 years, I'd become successful, have a successful welding business, and then be able to reference back to these videos for those that wanted to start a welding business, because I knew in 10 years I would not remember the things that I was going through emotionally or financially, or what I started out with. I plan to have a lot nicer things and a lot better setup when I, get down the road. So these were more kind of for my own catalog to be able to reference back to if people ever wanted to know or ask, like, hey, where did you start? What was going through your mind at the time? So that's why I started the videos. It's obviously adapted since then, and a lot of you have been a huge support, and I wouldn't be here without you. So here's what I've kind of bumped into then, is my desire and drive for the channel is kind of getting out of my hands. I don't really get to dictate and decide so much what's in the channel, because obviously it is for you guys now. You're actually watching, and I actually have to try providing value to you. So I have for about a month now, a couple months really been wanting to start recording me on my jobs. And I'm going to just lay it all out there for you guys. Here's the issue, and maybe you can solve it for me or help me with it. I don't know. You guys are brilliant, though. Every time I throw something out and I don't know something, you guys have been very graceful in helping me, or explain something better when I don't really understand it. I'm going to lay it all out on the line if you guys haven't pieced all the pieces together. I want to be 100% upfront with you guys and totally raw, and maybe that will make this so much more easier. Number one, I am 28 years old, about to turn 29 in March. I am extremely young, so the first instinct in my head is for actually teaching welding. I don't believe myself to be any great welder. I don't believe myself to be any magnificent fabricator. So that's one thing that's held me back. I believe weld.com and Welding Tips and Tricks, both those guys very well seasoned. They get, they're teachers. They get to weld every single day, and where it kind of changes for me is I don't get that opportunity with being in a business. Like I say a lot, 20% of what I do is actually welding, so I don't get to keep my hand in and try every single process and stay tuned up on it all the time. I'm just trying to keep, business coming in the door, not so much fine-tuning my welding abilities. If I am at the level or caliber to where I can pass an X-ray weld, if that's where my work takes me, that's all I really care about. I can pass an X-ray weld. I don't have the time or see the need to perfect and become a better welder as far as, making just beautiful Instagram welds. So that's one reason that's held me back, is my age. I know I'm rather young, so I have no place to teach anyone. I've only been doing this for 9-10 years, about to turn 29. Started when I was 18, almost turned 19. I got into steam fitting, and I started with screwed pipe and pipe fitting and stuff, and I've only been welding for 5 years, I want to say 5, maybe 6 years that I've been welding, and then on the job welding I think it's been about 4 or 5 that I've been doing X-ray welds. So I do not feel like I have the capacity to be teaching anyone how to weld or how to fabricate, because there's so much better people out there. So that's been one hurdle that I'm trying to overcome, maybe, is that no one really cares what my age is or what, you know, how good I am. Maybe people just want to see my technique and maybe learn from it. I don't know. So that's been a hindrance of mine, is I felt I have no right to teach anyone. Also, the business side, I feel I have no right to teach anyone the right or wrong way to do it. Most of the time that I'm talking about my experience and what I'm actually doing right now. So most of the time I feel it might be wrong, or, you know, someone can correct me that I'm doing it wrong, because I know I am. I'm just fumbling through this. But that's kind of what I'm doing. But with wanting to record me on the job and doing jobs, that's where I'm finding the difficulty, because, like I said, my age, I don't really feel like you guys are going to learn anything from me. I was hoping to just teach the business side, not so much the actual weld and fabrication side. But there has been a lot of requests for it, so obviously I got to pay attention to those requests. That's obviously need or want or desire from everyone, or a lot of people that have been voicing it. So here's the thing: is it's just me, myself, right now. I have no helper. I don't have a helper to record or to, you know, that kind of do the cool shots and stuff I see a lot of the other guys do. So that's one thing. I'm just by myself. Second thing, I work hourly right now. So trying to integrate the recording of my job and actually getting in the, what would you say, being productive, recording the job and being productive and efficient for the client, where they're not looking at me like, this dude's not doing his job. He's over there just recording. He's not actually doing his job. So that's why I've sacrificed the videoing of my job for the sake of me actually just having a good reputation as a weld business. The next thing in line, so that, you know, I got age, don't really feel I have the right to show or teach anything that I'm doing, because I know there's guys well seasoned and do it better than me. Two, I'm all by myself, so it's really hard to weld and record at the same time, and to be talking while I'm trying to do figures in my head and I'm doing takeoffs and you know, trying to build these things, fabricate these things. Most of the time when you come out on a job, you have to build it. They just tell you what they want, and you have to get, you know, the material lists, and you have to be doing all the measurements and stuff. So thinking and talking is kind of hard for me. I normally just, I get locked down inside my head when I'm planning out a job. And then now thirdly, with this whole thing, is the fact that a lot of what I do, I feel is very redundant. The bread and butter of what I do right now is I subcontract to a general contractor out at a lumber mill near me on a maintenance gig. So I work 3 days a week on that. That's when I actually weld and fabricate. So doing that, I'm doing repairs on industrial equipment, fabricating new things for the mill. You know, whatever they come up with, that's what I'm making. So in a way, to me, it's not very exciting for you guys, I guess. Maybe it's kind of a roadblock in my mind, because I haven't actually touched a piece of pipe in about a year. And that, you know, that's the other thing that, you know, maybe it's just a pride issue for me, is I am a pipe fitter. So I've actually stretched myself well out of my comfort level, and I've done a lot of millwright, and I do a lot of that stuff. So right now, just trying to keep bills paid, I get into more things that aren't necessarily welding. I've done a lot of millwrighting stuff, installed a lot of sprockets, you know, changed out chains, you know, things that right now is paying the bills while I'm trying to gear up. So was holding off on the videos of my projects till I actually got you guys projects that would actually be beneficial to you, instead of you guys seeing that right now it literally is like 20% of what I do is welding. You know, the rest is so much more. So I got those 3 days for sure, working on getting more work coming in that will, you know, hopefully grow my profit margins. But also, when those 4 days that I'm not working there, I spend a day or two with my family, and then the other 2 days I'm doing everything I possibly can with the social media, any kind of editing I possibly can do, I'm doing on those days, I'm trying to find other work on those 2 days, a lot of phone calling. Right now, I'm just super heavy in on trying to get my taxes figured out, getting payroll set up. I just changed over to an LLC. So getting everything shifted over to that. I'm talking with my banker, I'm talking with my insurance agent, I'm talking with the general contractors. I've got to change the contracts I have with them because I'm now an LLC, no longer a sole proprietor. So I have to change my Social Security from myself to my new federal identification number. So all these things are going on. That's a lot of this business side stuff that I get, to me, I would think would be rather boring. You probably don't want to be sitting in the truck with me while I'm driving around talking to my banker and, insurance agent and talking to these contractors, and such, taking care of all this stuff, talking to a CPA about, which way I need to go financially. I tried to just talk to you guys about it as I learn it and, just kind of convey to you, kind of be the middleman, I guess. So that's the other side of it, is a lot of what I do is either very mundane, it's not very exciting, so I wouldn't feel you guys would be all that interested. And then, obviously, like I said, it's only 20% of it's welding. The rest, I'm actually doing anything I can to put food on the table right now, and I'm trying to make the calls and make the connects to get other work that will obviously get me to just be able to only focus on welding, not so much doing anything and everything, but very specialized if I can keep enough only welding work going to where that's all I have to do. Right now, beggars don't get to be choosers. I'd do anything that I can to just keep the money rolling and pay the bills. So that's kind of the whole smorgasbord of ideas there for you guys, that you can see what's going on inside my head. Roadblocks. A lot of things I know what you guys are going to say. You guys are going to say, get over it. You're going to say, who cares? Whatever. I know that stuff, but it still changes. It changes, guys, whenever you're putting everything you are and everything you know onto the World Wide Web, where anyone at all can just say, well, you're doing that wrong. Well, why are you doing that? That's rather stupid. Wow, you're actually aren't a very good welder. It takes that level of leaping to to be prepared for all the people to tell you how stupid you really are, because I already feel rather stupid. I don't feel I need anyone else telling me that I'm stupid. I'm already out taking chances every single day, making mistakes, just feeling more and more stupid every time I fail. And lately, honestly, my failures have way outweighed my successes. So that's where the barrier's at for me. That's getting, deep talk, real talk for you guys. Anyone that's still watching at this point, obviously, it's a very long video. So just to recap for you guys, and hopefully you can come up with a good idea to help me out. But I feel rather young, and I have no right to be teaching anything or anyone as far as welding and fabrication, because though there's guys out there that are doing it that have got 2 to 3 times years longer than me. The channel outgrew what I thought it was going to be. This was supposed to just be for me to catalog and reference back to 10 years from now. Now I've actually have your guys' attention, so the channel's got to change, obviously, or adapt in a slight way to fulfill what you guys are looking for. So that changed for me. I was trying to just catalog my life, not really teach so much, and just talking out of experience rather than a sensei kind of guru guy. I'm not that. I don't have all the answers. I certainly am looking for them still. So my age was the thing. Not really teaching, just cataloging is what I've been doing. I'm by myself. I have no one to do the recording. Most of the time it's just me holding the phone, or the phone's in a little tripod right now. So it's really hard to weld and do everything and hold the camera and talk and explain what's going on when I'm just trying to get the job done efficiently for the client. Fourthly, what was I talking about? A lot of my stuff's rather mundane, so I still don't feel you guys would want to see it, because most of the time, like I said, 80% of the time, it has nothing to do with welding. So maybe that's not what you guys want to see. Maybe you do want to see more of the business side, but I don't really know how to bring that all in or tie that all in, because I can't bring you into every meeting that I have with my banker or with my insurance agents, or when I'm talking to the CPA, or when I'm on the phone trying to get work going, calling around trying to network. I can't have you guys just watching me make phone calls all day. I can't have you just sitting there watching me on the computer, spending half a day trying to do the social thing, trying to interact with you guys. I spend hours upon hours trying to answer every single comment that's rather boring. To me, I see that as kind of the business side is networking. I feel it's very important to interact with you guys. But you know, to you from the outside in, it's not a very lustrous life. It's not very exciting. It's not enticing in any way. So that's the other thing that's held me back. And you know, lastly is just time. I wish I had more time, because I feel by the time I spend those 3 days, because those are 12-hour days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12-hour days, and then, you know, trying to record a video every single day. I have very little time to edit. I don't know if you guys know this, but almost every single one of my videos, I do no editing. None of it's edited. If anything, I just cut a quick little clip out if it doesn't really work. But most of the time, it's the first go, just raw run. It doesn't change. That's it. What you get is what you get, because that's all the time. I don't have time for second shots or retries. So I wish I had more time. That's the thing is, by the time I do those 3 days and I take a day or two with my family, it feels like I still don't even stop working on those 2 days. I feel like I'm still doing stuff on those 2 days when I really am trying to spend time with my family. And then the other 2 days is just raw computer work, office work, find more work. It's not actually fabricating. It's all the other stuff that we spend a lot of time talking about. I'm doing research, trying to figure out the law. I'm trying to figure out my finances, trying to figure out, you know, social media and reach out and be able to help more and more people. Constantly trying to adapt. So all that being said, I don't know if this was probably really weird for you guys, for me to be turned to you, kind of talking to you like you're in the passenger seat of my weld truck, or what. I figure I'd try something new. I don't know. Someone's going to say something. I know it. I've gotten to this point where I just know someone's going to say something. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I actually hope you can help me out with this dilemma. I've been really kind of bouncing it back and forth for a long time, and this was the one video I just kind of laid it all bare. That's it, guys. You now know all of my insecurities, all my weaknesses, all the points and the flaws that I have, because I certainly have a ton of them. That's why I'll never spend a single second of my life judging someone else or trying to tear someone else down, because I'm too busy on trying to fix myself. I certainly have more flaws than I would care to admit to. But yeah, just because I'm on here, I'm no one special. I'm nothing better than anyone else. I'm just a regular guy trying to figure this whole thing out and hopefully help a few people on the way. And believe it or not, you guys have helped me more than I probably have helped you. You guys kind of turned into mentors and assisters rather than viewers and me teaching you anything. So, ha! Joke's on you. I doubled it back on me, and I'm actually becoming better from you guys commenting. So, if anyone's still watching after, wow, almost 18 minutes now, you now know the whole joke. I'm actually using you guys to better myself. I'm not even helping anyone out there. But seriously, if you got any ideas, have any thoughts on this, or yeah, just as you guys always do, if you have the time, go ahead and leave something in the comments. Any ideas, any thoughts that you have, things that you kind of do want to see in the videos, me recording projects. What are you looking for in the videos? Because I feel like the YouTube is really oversaturated with people just showing you how to put pipe together or how they weld. Like, there's a million of them. How many more videos do you need of seeing someone how to weld before you just go do it yourself? That's kind of my thing, is get out there and do it. I don't think that you watching me is going to make you any better. And I certainly don't think I'd be able to teach you anything better than the ones that are already out there. I think they do a lot better job than I could. So yeah, if you guys got ideas for what you're looking for in videos other than me just sitting here talking about the business stuff, go and throw it out there. I certainly am trying my hardest to make it happen. And as I solve it, I will get it to you. I promise. I am working feverishly every day trying to solve it and figure it out. Until then, I'm right now just doing all that I can, and this is all I can do. I am sorry for that it's any less than what you had expected. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, I will talk to you later. And if you like being in the passenger seat, just let me know, and maybe I'll start doing this more. I'll be talking to you as a passenger in my truck rather than you sitting on the dash, because that's impossible. No one sits on the dash of a truck. All right, you guys have a great day. As always, I'll talk to you later.